Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you how I do my rotating money piece. So that way it creates high impact brightness right at the front, but it's not thick or chunky. So I'm going in with Schwarzkopf Blonde Me mixed with a little bit of Wella Free Lights. I'm using 7 volume for this. Her hair is about a natural level 7, so I don't need to use anything super crazy. So I'm going in my first few sections. I like to do just very, very thin slices. The thinner your sections, the more even and better the hair will lift. I'm just going in and doing a few just back-to-back slices. Then I'm going to be using my self-sectioning comb and just doing a little micro weave. I like to do this because right around the face, you want the more impact brightness. The further back you go, you want there to be gradually more and more depth. That's what's going to look the most natural. So you can see with this, I'm keeping the same kind of starting point up towards her face, and then I'm just angling it back down. So that way when all of this hair falls, she's going to have a lot more brightness right through the front, and her ratio of like light to dark is going to be more, I guess, balanced as we get further back. We are doing more of a lived in color with her, so I am just doing a low light through this foil just to make sure that we don't have too much blonde right through there, because we did start off, we have been very, very blonde in the past, and so we're just going a little bit more lived in for fall. You do want to make sure when you're doing any type of money piece that you are tailoring this to their hairline. So I'm not just doing like the ones right above the ear and then the ones like right at her part line. I'm doing like everything right around her part line. That way when she pulls her hair up, she's not going to feel like she has any type of stripes. It's going to feel very consistent throughout. So I did only just one slice, and then this is just, again, our micro weave following her natural hairline. You do want to make sure that anytime you are doing any type of face framing, that you're doing it very, very thin, because you want to mimic what the sun's naturally going to do, and the sun is not going to leave thick chunks in your hair. So I'm going to be doing just the same kind of slices through here. Since your hairline, and like everybody else's, kind of cuts back to more of a widow's peak, you do want to make sure that you're not just taking your foils head on, that you are angling them through the side too. And especially you want to do that, especially if they do rotate their part. This will just make sure that regardless of where she parts her hair, it's going to be even and symmetrical on each side. If they do part their hair in the middle, you want to make sure that each type of foil that you're placing goes to the exact same point. For example, we start with slices, so you want to make sure that on the side that I've already foiled, that this is going to stop at the very same point as those slices do. That way it's not going to appear thicker on one side. So with the rotating money piece, you want to keep the same initial like front point of the hair and keep like the start of your foil at that point, and just kind of like switch your, like flip your back end and rotate it, but keep your front point the same. What is going to give the hair the illusion of a thicker money piece, but really it's going to look very thin up top, but as it falls down, it's going to look very high impact. It's going to have a lot of brightness to it. So this is how you create those very distinct money pieces. So as I've just kind of rotated this, I am going to be doing more like just my little microwave. So as you can see, my front point is exactly the same. I don't do this, like these pieces, all the way back, just because I don't need that all the way. I want to just kind of gradually have brighter, a little less bright, and then more depth as we come through the back. So I'm just following the same angle, moving this all the way up. I will not be doing this through the entire, to her part, just because there needs to be hair that lays on top of this. That's what is going to be key in keeping it looking thin up top, is there needs to be hair falling on top of it. So I typically only do a few rotating foils and then pull the rest of the hair over it. And if you're needing to bring any light pieces up, then you can foilayage those, but you'd want to make sure that all of your angles are the same. I did go in and smudge her front pieces. I smudged a little bit further, like more towards the back that I got, and smudged less towards the front. So I hope you like this. Thanks for watching.